I hope to be able to give you an introduction of the kind of cooking and some of the foods that may have been available during medieval times in Loughrea. It would be impossible to state exactly what people ate and how they cooked. I'm also conscious that there was some form of cooking taking place here in this area before the Normans arrived. And like everything else, people learned and experimented with ingredients to achieve some sort of satisfaction and culinary skill. In Celtic times, cheese, milk and meat formed the main part of the diet. Pork seems to be the main meat used in festive times, as was mutton and venison.
Now, what we're doing today is pork. Pork being one of the oldest meats in the hunting times many years ago. And in fact, they say that the boar was responsible for roasting. It appears that one night there was a thunderstorm and a lightning storm in a forest. And a lot of the animals were killed and roasted. And that's how roasting came into Ireland.
Our Celtic forefathers were happy enough to cook initially in a fulta fiada. This was a depression in the ground which held water, which was then heated with stones. By medieval times, iron had become more common and it was used in a variety of ways. The main way of cooking, of course, was in open fires, either in the open or against a stone wall. A ventilation channel for a chimney would also be used to remove the smoke. Fish must have been an excellent source of food in the area. There is a 4.2 square kilometre freshwater lake next to the town, so a supply of all year round fresh coarse fish and eels. The Fahy family had the rights to sell eels up to modern times.
Another colleague who is going to demonstrate two forms of smoking with one of Ireland's most traditional fishes, the sea trout or the lake trout. And I suppose in Ireland, the trout and unbradorn are probably two of the most traditional fishes that the country has been associated with through centuries.
Seasonal fruits and vegetables were used. The Normans brought in rudimentary carrots and turnips. Loughrea during Norman times was a very important place. A gateway to Connacht, it was a statement of influence and dominance over the native people. It had all the fabric of a fortified town, but it also had an ample supply of food to sustain its population, as there are suggestions from the archaeologists that Loughrea may have been more important to the Burgos as a recreational retreat rather than an economic centre. This could be further enhanced by the level of food production and gastronomy that may have taken place in the Loughrea during medieval times.